Yell hello, Herb.
Hey, Brian, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing
Hey,
good, Herb.
listen.
Thank you for calling in.
Okay. Listen, I just want to ask you a question,
Sure, shoot.
and then I'll hang up.
No,
I'll hang
don't
up
hang
and let
up.
you.
Why are you going to
Let,
do that, Herb? Come
no,
on.
no. I just want to ask you a question. I
Okay,
want
but
to
hang on the
to
line. Hang
hear
on the
your
line,
answer.
because you might not like my answer, and I
So,
want to hear your reaction. So can you hang on the line?
no, because we can't have a discussion. You
So why are
won't
you
do it
calling into
fairly.
the show then? Well, hold on a second. Let's try
Because
to
I
have.
want to get your. I want to get
I
your
will
opinion
let
on
you
something.
ask, Herb. Let's try to have a discussion. Okay, let's try to
We
do that
can't.
today.
We.
Okay,
I've tried.
Herb.
I've tried for
Herb.
years.
Okay, Herb. Let's try to have a discussion. Let's try not to interrupt each other. I will do my
Okay.
part so long as you promise you will do yours. Okay, fair
No,
enough?
you'll pod me down.
Okay, Herb,
You'll
if
pod
if
me
you
down,
interrupt
like
me,
you always
if
do.
you interrupt me, I will. So I'll ask it
Okay.
again. Let's
Well,
try to
the
have a
question is
conversation. Is that fair, Herb?
the
Do we
question.
have a verbal
The
agreement?
question. No, we don't.
So you're just going to hang up the phone after asking a question.
Yeah, because I want to hear your
Well,
answer.
that's okay. Well, why can't you hear it by hanging on the line? Why do you have to hang up?
Bec- Because I want to make sure I hear it well, and I know that if we
Herb,
have a
I
discussion,
will
you're going to
speak.
pod me
I
down,
will
and it's not going to be fair.
Herb, I will
Brian,
speak very
I know
slowly
your
for you and
technique.
distinctly, okay? But I would
Brian, I know
appreciate
all
it.
your techniques.
Okay, you know all my what's that? Telling the truth and going after
No,
MAGA for lying. Something tells
no,
me that you're not
no.
going to like my answer and you're not going to be capable of
Oh,
debating.
whether I like
So
it or
go
not,
ahead.
I want to
Okay.
hear it.
I want to let
You know.
everybody know that I am allowing Herb to stay on the line to have a discussion. My
Okay.
producer is not going to be hanging up on him. Herb is going to ask a question, which I will gladly allow him to do. But if Herb hangs up the phone, it's not us. I want to make that very, very clear to all the listeners out there. Okay, Herb, go ahead and ask your question.
Okay, my question is, if Trump wins the election in November, do you think the liberals or the Democrats or portions of them will riot or, cause problems, protests and cause riots and things like that after the outcome if Trump wins?
Okay, hang on the line.
That's my question.
I think that's a very fair
Okay.
question to ask, and I will answer it
Okay.
honestly for you, Herb. First of all,
Okay.
I don't put it past, and then he hangs up the phone. What a shocker. What a coward. But I'm still going to answer his question. By the way, that was Herb that hung up the phone. There are people on the left that could be violent. Sure. There are people on the left that'll be very upset. I hope that doesn't happen. I hope Trump doesn't win. But Herb, here's the best way I can answer that question. I started off by saying it's possible. Democrats didn't storm the Capitol on January 6th. It wasn't Antifa. It was right-wingers and right-wing fringers, maybe like you, I don't know, who stormed the Capitol and tried to affect the outcome of a free and fair election. You see, back in 2016, Hillary Clinton conceded. So the real question that you should be asking yourself, Herb, and I would ask you the question now if you weren't such a coward and hanging up the phone, like so many of you MAGA people that call into the show that are not intellectually able to have a conversation. The question that you really should be asking is Donald Trump going to concede if he loses? You see, there's one candidate in this election that if they lose, they're going to concede. That's Kamala Harris. There will be a lot of people in this country, me being one of them, that will be very disappointed if Donald Trump gets back into the White House. I'm not going to be violent. And I would like to believe that we are not going to have an insurrection if Donald Trump wins. However, to the contrary, I think, and you could ask and listen to the FBI and threats that they already are receiving, that if Donald Trump loses in November, there could be another insurrection. I am more worried, Herb, of political violence coming from the right than I am the left. And if you're going to ask me why, I say January 6th. It's possible that there could be violent coming from the left. I'm not going to discount that. I hope it doesn't happen. I am more concerned about violence coming from the right. And if you actually had the intelligence and you actually had the guts for me to ask you that question, whether you agree or not, I would gladly ask you. But you don't, Herb. Just like many of my MAGA listeners out there that listen to this show every day, they'll talk smack on social media. I have lunatics on social media that say, Brian's show is over if Donald Trump wins. This is how stupid some of these people are. They have an IQ of like 20. First of all, many could make the argument that it's actually better for my show if Donald Trump wins. Now, I don't want that to happen. My show is going to be just fine. I'd rather Kamala Harris win. But many could make the argument my show is going to be even more popular if Donald Trump wins. So for you idiots out there that are saying your show is going to be over when Donald Trump wins in November. Well, Donald Trump lost in 2020. My show's been growing every single day since then, and my show will just be just fine, win or lose. I would say thank you for the call, Herb, but it wasn't much of a call because you hung up the phone like the coward that you are.